The nonprofit Coalition Voices for a Safer Tennessee is introducing new resources to help educate the public. The group hopes that not only will the information help to prevent firearm thefts, but also keep unintentional shootings from happening here in the volunteer state. To learn more about their efforts, we are live with board member historic Beverly Robertson. I mean, you were the first executive female, African-American, or even female at the chamber.
Absolutely.
Right over the chamber.
Yes.
Voice of the Civil Rights Museum for decades. I mean, just it's an honor to sit next to you.
Look, it's an honor to be here with you as well, because I watch you every morning.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Wow. But you always have a very important cause that you work on, and right now, this is one of the biggest ones. Tell us about the mission and the organization.
Yeah. So Voices for a Safer Tennessee was established after the Covenant shootings in Nashville. Mothers were in pain, people were mourning, and they thought it would be important for us to do something about that. So they established a nonprofit coalition of interested people to come together to really lobby for effective policies to make us all safe. All of us want to be safe.
That's true. Now,
whether that's Memphis or across the state of Tennessee. So now we have about 30,000 members in 95 counties.
Hold up. Okay, I didn't know about those numbers.
30,000 members in 95 counties across the state of Tennessee. And one of the things we do is lobby for effective firearm policies with the state legislature.
You also educate.
We do. It's important for parents to really know how to talk to young people, babies, children, about firearm safety and what they can do and how to protect themselves. So we also train in respective communities across the state, because we want everybody to understand there is a way to secure a firearm. You don't leave them on the coffee table loaded. You put them in a safe storage place. We also are about effective transfer laws. What that means is being able to transfer a weapon from someone who is mentally incapacitated for a period of time so they don't serve as a risk for themselves or others. And of course, background checks are always important too. So those are the three major things that we lobby for.
Is this a difficult conversation? I mean, it's a hot potato.
It is. It really is. And I think one of the things we've recognized is that we've got to learn how to speak to our legislators about the value of having these three major policies instituted and executed, because it will make us all safe. And I can't imagine that they wouldn't want to enhance the safety of families, of children in schools, of people who attend churches.
So what are the next steps? How do you, so you have, this is your agenda. You have three points that you've researched, you've met on, you've voted on, I'm assuming.
Yes.
And so how do you move it? What happens?
Well, I think, you know, as movements go, you create a movement around it. You make sure that you get members from West Tennessee, Middle Tennessee, East Tennessee, and all of us need to be aligned around the same issues, around the same policy agenda. And I think you also pick up signs. You get people to talk about this in your respective communities, whether it's Orange Mound or South Memphis or Whitehaven. All of us are concerned about the issues of firearm safety. And so that's what we do. We do it from the groundswell up. And that typically works. In whatever spaces I've been in, that's an effective process.
Right. And so then when the legislature is in session, is it a matter of bringing a group of people and lobbying? The lobbying, you go from lawmaker to lawmaker and sit in front of them and say, this
Kanji, you've got it. You must have gone with
I have definitely been in Nashville watching. I'm like, whoa, look at this.
Yeah, I think it is always impressive because people represent that in order for them to serve, they need the votes of a constituency. And when their constituency is there, sitting in front of them talking, they recognize that these are people who vote for me. These are people who put me in office. So I need to listen, and I need to see where there may be some common ground and where I might be able to help or advance that agenda.
And when it comes to party lines, are you able to just wipe out the party lines and just talk issues with this?
The interesting thing is this organization has Republicans and Democrats and independent people, all of us moving in the same direction toward the same goal of firearm safety for our children, for our communities, and to stop these tragedies, because we've experienced a lot of that with LeBonner treating babies who are getting shot seemingly every other day. So it's not just a Memphis problem. It is a problem everywhere across the state of Tennessee, and the solution must be one that also is across the state and involves all the legislators.
And the information that we have for you, that's the website, safertn.org. I didn't hear anywhere where you said do not have a firearm. You just said safety. All right, so thank you so much, the inimitable Beverly Robertson. Thank you for your time and your presence.
Thank you, Kanji. Really appreciate you.